Once a week you'll pay me for protection.
Tax evasion. It sounds like something that only happens in mafia movies. But trust, when the IRS comes knocking, even the rich and famous aren't safe. Today, we're counting down 10 celebrities who actually went to jail for not paying their taxes. And we're not talking about late fees, we're talking millions in unpaid income, prison sentences, and public takedowns. Some claimed ignorance. Others got bold and tried to outsmart Uncle Sam. But all of them learned the same lesson. The IRS does not play. Stick around to the end for a quick breakdown on how you can avoid making the same mistakes. 10. Terry Polo. You may know her as the mom from Meet the Parents, but in 2014, Terry Polo was hit with a massive tax lien of over $700,000. While she didn't serve time, she filed for bankruptcy citing debts including unpaid taxes and credit card bills. Her case is a cautionary tale. Even modest celebrity earnings can spiral out of control without proper financial oversight. 9. Chuck Berry. Rock and roll legend Chuck Berry served 4 months in prison back in the late 70s after being convicted of tax evasion. He underreported his income and was also fined $20,000. Despite being a music icon, Berry's DIY touring style, where he was often paid in cash, came back to haunt him. 8. Ja Rule. It wasn't just Fire Festival that landed Ja Rule in hot water. He was also convicted of tax evasion in 2011 for failing to file taxes on over $3 million of income. He served 28 months in federal prison, part of that time overlapping with a separate gun possession sentence. Turns out, Ja Rule had more legal problems than hit singles. 7. Joe Francis. The founder of Girls Gone Wild, Joe Francis, was sentenced to 301 days in jail for filing false tax returns. He tried to write off personal expenses like his lavish mansion and luxury cars. His brand may have profited off chaos, but the IRS wasn't here for it. 6. Fat Joe. Bronx legend and Grammy-nominated rapper Fat Joe got caught up in some heavy tax drama. In 2012, he was sentenced to 4 months in prison after failing to file tax returns for over $3 million in income between 2007 and 2010. Joe admitted he trusted the wrong people to handle his finances. And while he owned up and served time, he also became a cautionary tale in hip-hop. You can't pass off tax duties to your finance guy and hope for the best. 5. Mike the Situation Sorrentino. From Jersey Shore fame to federal prison, Mike the Situation Sorrentino was living large on reality TV until the taxman came calling. Mike and his brother Mark were accused of hiding nearly $9 million in income. The Situation pleaded guilty in 2018 to tax evasion and served 8 months in federal prison. He's since turned things around and talks openly about his recovery and redemption arc, but let this be a reminder, even reality stars have to pay real taxes. 4. Lauryn Hill. Ms. Lauryn Hill, the icon behind the miseducation, landed herself in federal prison for tax evasion. In 2013, she was convicted for failing to pay taxes on over $1.8 million in income from 2005 to 2007. Her defense? She said she withdrew from society to protect her family and wasn't participating in the system. The judge wasn't moved. She served 3 months in prison, followed by home confinement. This was one of the most shocking celebrity cases because Lauryn was known for staying off the radar, and then suddenly she was making headlines for all the wrong reasons. 3. Nicolas Cage. While Nicolas Cage didn't go to jail, he reportedly owed over $14 million to the IRS due to unpaid back taxes and extravagant spending. At one point, he owned 15 homes, a haunted mansion, and even a dinosaur skull. He avoided prison by paying off his debts, but his downfall was legendary in Hollywood finance circles. 2. Richard Hatch. The guy won $1 million on national TV and then decided not to report it. You'd think the whole country watching you win a check would be enough of a paper trail. But no, Hatch didn't file taxes on his prize money or other income. When the IRS caught wind, he got hit with a conviction for tax evasion in 2006 and was sentenced to 51 months in prison. He's basically the poster child for don't play games with the IRS. 1. Wesley Snipes. Topping our list? Played himself Wesley Snipes. In one of the most infamous celebrity tax cases ever, Snipes was convicted in 2008 of 3 misdemeanor counts of failing to file tax returns. Prosecutors said he didn't pay taxes on over $38 million in income. He served 3 years in federal prison. Snipes claimed he was misled by shady financial advisors promoting anti-tax theories. But in the eyes of the law, ignorance wasn't a defense. This case shook Hollywood. If Blade can't dodge the IRS, who can? Lessons learned. So, what can we learn from this? File your taxes every year, no matter how rich or famous you are. Don't trust just anyone with your finances. Vet your accountant like you'd vet a babysitter. The IRS doesn't need a headline to investigate you. All it takes is one red flag. Tax mistakes can turn into tax crimes fast. And the government doesn't care if you're chart-topping or trend-setting. If you owe, you owe. So, would you go to jail over a tax bill? These celebrity cases prove that no one's immune, not even platinum-selling artists or primetime icons. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever messed up your taxes? Know someone who ghosted the IRS? Like this video if you learned something new. And subscribe for more exposés on how money, fame, and finance collide.